my goodness. Where am I? Oh my gosh. Wait, am I on? Is it? Seems like I'm on. Oh my goodness, it's been a minute. I hope my audio levels are all okay. I might even just like turn these down a little bit. Oh, there's no universal thing up. Oh, forgot I was in the settings menu. This is Willowmist Emporium. Hold on, let me move myself real quick, just a little bit so that we can actually see the title. Oh, that was the wrong. I know what I'm doing. There we go. Willowmist Emporium, Antiques and Curiosities. This is the game of choice tonight. If audio levels are a bit weird, do let me know. It has been a minute and I've been playing with different mic settings. But yeah, Willowmist Emporium. This is a game by 2.5 Studios. I may have to readjust where my little foogie is. Yeah, it's by 2.5 Studios. This is still in the demo mode. It is not a complete game yet, but it is by the same devs as A Date with Death, who also have their sequel, A Date with Death 2, coming out soon. They're working on it. I've been kind of sort of following the updates and I am very, very excited. Akira, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Nice to meet you. Oh, you give me a follow on Twitter? Thank you so much. I'll check my Twitter after after I finish up the stream. But hello, welcome in. Have you heard of this game before? Have you heard of the 2.5 Studios? I'm very excited to get into this because I really, really enjoyed A Date with Death. Oh my gosh. Should we just get straight into it? I think we should get straight into it. Again, let me know if audio levels are a bit weird and I will adjust. Oh, beep beep. So from what I know, we're running an antique store in this game. Please select difficulty? Why are there difficulties? Cozy and normal do not feature game overs for being unable to pay your bills, but hard mode does. Oh, I have to pay bills in this game? Oh, great. Let's go normal. Why not? I can't game over in normal. To my dearest Sprout. Sprout hardly seems like a fitting nickname anymore, does it? By now you must be towering over your mother. She always was a short little thing. Don't tell her I called her that, okay? I fear it would make our relationship even worse than it is now, if that's even possible. I digress. My dearest Sprout, it has been far too long since I last saw you. Still, I picture in my mind a toddler with a mess of orange hair who insisted on wearing their rain boots on the sunniest of days, who would remove their smock lest they get paint on it, who would turn their nose up at chocolate but sneak carrots from the fridge when no one was looking. What a strange child. You always have had your own way of doing things, my dear. That is precisely why I am entrusting you with my greatest treasure, my antique store. Well, for the next 3 months, anyhow. After a lifetime of living in the city, a bit of country air ought to do you well. Willowmist is special to me, and I think soon enough it will be special to you. It has its quirks, which I'm sure you'll realize quickly, but it has a way of growing on you. Or perhaps it's the other way around. Like a parasite. Or maybe a fungus. Either way, I suspect you'll fit in just fine. Equating this place to a parasite or fungus isn't the best. I'm guessing this is from my aunt. It's not the best comparison, but we do. I am only sorry I cannot be there to greet you. Responsibilities pull me away from Willowmist, but you don't have to worry about that. I'm sure you'll hear enough rumors about where I've gone to satisfy your curiosity. Trust me, whatever they say will be nowhere near as interesting as the truth. To find the store, take a left from the train station, then a right when you notice the breeze pick up. Then turn around and walk backwards for 7 steps. Close your eyes and turn around again. You'll find it soon enough. What are these instructions? I have an employee there waiting for you. He's not the easiest to get along with, but I doubt anyone could resist your charm. You're much like your aunt in that respect. Take care of the store, Sprout. Take care of yourself. And for heaven's sake, don't try to sell the vase with the bird on it. It's cursed. With all my love and faith in you, Aunt Sylvie. Alright, Aunt Sylvie. P.S. If you find Florian napping on the job, make sure to tuck him in. He doesn't get enough sleep, that boy. Okie dokie. You felt a buzz from your pocket, the familiar sensation of a worried mother. The train continued shuddering along on its track in an almost comfortable way. Darling, won't you reconsider? It's such a big move. You've always lived nearby. What is this accent? You've always lived nearby. You won't know anyone, so if anything goes wrong, why not stay home? Why not stay home? Alright, I'll make them turn the train around. No. I'm already nearly there, Mom. Considering I'm on a train in the middle of nowhere, it might be a little late, Mom. As much as I'd love to get on the return train back, I really wouldn't. It took 4 hours to get here. I just don't understand why you left so suddenly. Aunt Sylvie needs someone to watch the shop. You know that. I'm sure she has friends there. She also has family, you know. Won't you reconsider? Sorry, Mom. I love you, but I'm actually looking forward to a few months away from home. New people, fresh air, and a real job. You've never even worked at a store before, let alone ran one. Aunt Sylvie says someone will be there to help out. It's an antique store in a tiny town in the middle of nowhere. I don't think it will be particularly busy. I swear, you got your stubborn streak straight from my sister. Okay, baby, just stay safe, alright? Don't walk about alone at night, and make sure to lock the doors and call me if anything happens. Of course, Mom. I will. Everything will be fine. Train's about to pull up. I'll text you later. Okay, I love you. Love you too. Yay! This is a good start. I'm liking the music and the... Oh, there's animation. Oh, this was the home screen music. Oh. Ooh. Every antique has a secret, every trinket has a tale, every person has a story that is wait, whose voice is this? I completely missed the singer. Also, MC is so cute. Oh, cute. Oh, who are you? Oh no, red hair. Hello? You're cute! This is so cute. Oh, key change? Oh my gosh, that was so pretty. Wait. Okay, so my last name is Marigold. That's cute. Oh wait, so I can... Ah, okay. Please write in all capital letters. There we go. Oh my gosh, wait. I like both. They're both so cute. Do I want the fan model or the mask model? Oh no. My first decision. Huh. Oh, that's so cute. Wait. Oh my gosh, their expressions. Ah. Wait. Can I date myself? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Oh my gosh. Oh, but I love both their styles. I'm so torn. Help. I'm gonna be stuck for 10 minutes just trying to pick a model. Femme model, mask model. Wait, okay, give me a second, give me a second. I'm texting a friend. Oh, because I'm assuming I won't be able to change it across the game. Oh, they're blushy. Oh my gosh. You know what? We'll do the femme model. We'll play the femme model, and then if I do another run through, because this is the demo, we'll play the mask. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Oh wait, hold on, I got a response. Hold on. Hold on, I'm sending my friends the character models because they're so cute and they deserve to see them. I think we're going to go with the femme model. Oh, they're both so cute. Okay, yeah. They said femme model. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Yay! Okay. Sweet. Where are we? Here. The air was chilly as you stepped out of your train and onto the platform, if you could even call it that. It seemed more like a graveyard than any of the train platforms you'd ever frequented back in the city. No matter the hour, they would be completely packed with people coming and going, rushing for reasons you could never quite understand. For reasons they may never understand either. This platform was completely empty. No one waited to get on, and you were the only person who got off. Where chatter would usually greet you, all that you heard on this quiet platform in the middle of the countryside was the sound of the wind rustling the trees and the chirping of crickets hidden amongst the weeds. Okay, bars. Chirp back. There's no just take a deep breath option. I guess that would be this welcome to your new home. Home sweet home. Or something. It really is so quiet. Gathering up your belongings, which you only brought a few of, you quickly found your aunt's letter once again. Left from the station, then right when the wind picks up. Though I'm not sure what the weather has to do with it. Well, it's supposed to be a pretty small town. I'm sure I'll find it. Let's go. Cute! Look at these markets! Oh my gosh! This art? Ooh! Wow! From the way your aunt had described the quaint countryside town of Willowmist, you had expected 2 shacks and a farm, if you were lucky. Instead, upon taking a left when you exited the station, you found yourself in a town center that was significantly more vast than you had first imagined. You smiled as you pulled your suitcase up a small flight of stairs, eyes searching around the beautiful facades and rural landscape. Music drifted out from somewhere unseen. It seemed almost like the sound of change, of newfound freedom. A few people passed you as you continued onwards, though for the most part you had the street to yourself. Even that was strangely foreign to you. Where you grew up, there were always people around, no matter the hour. You took a deep breath into your lungs. The air was cool and fresh. The scent of flowers drifted towards you as the wind picked up, changing course. So, right now? Right now? You glanced to the right and found a street there that ran away from the town center. What did she write? Turn around and walk backwards for 7 steps. Then close my eyes. Then turn around again. She could have just sent me the address. With a half chuckle, half sigh, you turned around and began walking backwards, hoping you wouldn't crash into anyone, though the chances of that seemed slim at that time of night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slowly, you close your eyes, removing sight from the equation, then spun back around and opened them back up. And sitting before you was a quaint little store with green paneling and a sloped roof, and a metal sign hanging above the door. It read, "The Willowmist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities." There you are. I've been looking for you. You're even prettier than my aunt said. You reached down and searched under the doormat and quickly found the key that your aunt left for you. Its brass surface was marked with blemishes that all seemed to say how well loved this building was. The key turned in the lock soundlessly as you pushed the door open. I'm so excited. What's the ooh. I mean, we saw it in the preview, but like, ooh. Tables upon tables of antiques and knickknacks greeted you. A dozen different lampshades and chandeliers hung from the ceiling, lighting up the space. Wow. She sure has put together an interesting collection. Is collection the right word? It looks a bit too chaotic for that. Potted plants dotted the room, bringing a bit of life to the otherwise still space. Carefully, you put your luggage to the side, cautious of knocking over anything and causing what would be the worst game of dominoes ever. And then you walked through the aisles, if they could be called that, and inspected the store. You'd never visited Willowmist before, nor seen any photos of it, yet somehow you felt a strange sense of familiarity. It made you feel at ease, despite being far away from home for the first time in your life. You dropped everything to come here. You quit your casual job, they were hardly giving you hours anyway, only a week ago. You didn't renew your lease. Fortunately, the timing worked out well, since it was coming to an end regardless. Friends back home only found out about your temporary move a few days before your train left. Honestly, though, you weren't that close to anyone. It always felt like the friends you kept around you had other friends they would have preferred spending time with. That seemed to happen as you got older. The natural drifting apart of people who you once clung to like your life depended on it. You needed a change. So, here you are, in the middle of the countryside town of Willowmist, surrounded by rolling hills and mountain ranges like you'd never seen before. Oh, I have to give my voice. Oh, I can't do this easy. Jesus Christ! Whatever the man was carrying in a box a moment ago was now sprawled out over the floor, dropped in surprise. With mouth agape, he stared at you, still grasping for words. Listen, if you wanted to rob the store, you could have done it before I got here. Common courtesy and all that. If I was going to rob a store, it wouldn't be this dump. Hey, my aunt probably put a lot of work into this dump. Wait, forget about that. Why would I be the one robbing the store? I was here first. If anyone was going to be robbing it, it'd be you. I didn't see you when I came in. I was in the storeroom. Can you prove it? Why should I be the one to prove it? You're the one who just walked in here. The man sighed, the most tired, exasperated sigh you had ever heard, and the eye bags under his eyes seemed to give away who he was. All right. You're Florian, aren't you? Unfortunately. And you must be Icor. Last time I checked, yeah. Why are you here so late? It was the only train coming into town today. Didn't my aunt tell you I was coming? The same way she tells me the same way she tells me anything. Vaguely. I didn't even know what you looked like. You nearly gave me a heart attack. Then we're even. God, you're exactly like your aunt. Great. I'll take that as a compliment. You shouldn't. What are you doing here so late, by the way? Yeah, what are you doing here so late anyway? Does my aunt really make you work this much overtime? No. I was just neatening up before you arrived. You just said you didn't know when I was getting here. What can I say? I just have an amazing work ethic or something. You're suspicious as all hell, but I respect it. Still, you should get some sleep. You look tired. Did she at least tell you about the living accommodations? Nope. She doesn't really give details, as I'm quickly becoming aware of. Yeah, no shit. She really just left all this crap to me. I ought to quit. Bad teacher. Taki! Hi! Good to see you. It's been a minute. Welcome. I'm looking at Willowmist Emporium by 2.5 Studios. It seems to be like one of those store management / dating sims, perhaps? I'm calling it a dating sim because I played their other game, Date with Death, and that was heaps of fun. But yeah, good to see ya. Oh, 2.5? That's an only specific amount of times. Hey, don't judge their situation, I guess. No, but they're really, like, the other game that they've played was really good. I really enjoyed it. Good story, good character building, and I'm kind of sort of expecting the same for this one, but we'll see. So far, music, sound design has been really good, and I'm loving the characters. Like, all the art that's going into this it looks really good. So I'm enjoying it so far. Where were we? Florian threatening to quit. But what would I do without you? We don't know each other, and we're not friends. You'd be fine. Then how about we be friends? I'm good. You can sleep upstairs, but it's a mess. Sylvie isn't known for her neatness. A mess is fine. I'm sure I'll fit right in. Whatever. Get some sleep. Or don't. I'll be working for a bit longer. Do you need some help? From someone who looks like they don't know which side of a mop to hold? Nah. It's the side with the sponge, right? I'm kidding. It's a joke. I know how to use a mop. You've probably been traveling all day. Just sleep. You almost sound like you care. I don't. I guess Sylvie didn't tell you anything about actually running the store, either. Nope. She said you'd teach me. Like I'm some expert. I just wash the floors. Fine. I'll try to help tomorrow afternoon. Not in the morning? I don't do mornings. Gathering up your luggage, you stared up the staircase. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm kind of treating this as like voice acting practice as well. So if the voices get a bit messy, don't mind me. I'm not used to actually playing characters. Here. I'm not gonna make him carry my bags up, what the heck? Get some sleep soon, alright? Don't stick around too much longer. Get some sleep. Yeah, sure. Without another glance in your direction, Florian collected his Dropbox, then went back into the storage room. One step at a time, you dragged your suitcase up the stairs and into your new home for the next 3 months. No worries, I'm not the voice acting police. Thanks, dude. Your aunt's upstairs apartment felt almost like a continuation, like a quilt stitched together with mismatched memories. Is there any way for me to see inventory stats, preferences? I kind of want to see the... Oh, that's the... Oh, I can save it here. Okay, that's how that works. I feel like there's usually a... Okay, that's to fast forward. Okay, that is also fast forward. I feel like there's usually a button to, like, just look at the background, but... we'll figure it out as we go, I guess. A half-read book with reading glasses resting atop the pages sat on the worn armchair. Tangled yarn as soft as clouds and as bright as spring blooms spilled from a basket. The table was set and waiting for you, expecting your company. It was almost like time was paused here. In a place where vintage clocks softly ticked in unison, mismatched mugs rested in cozy clusters, and the air smelled ever so faintly of lavender and old books. And that wasn't to mention the abundance of potted plants that filled the room. It was as if a forest had crept in and decided to stay. Okay, so far, Florian looks like a vampire. Doesn't do mornings and has fangs, all that. Is there a druid or some kind of nature fairy in the house as well? I think that would be fun. You placed down your bags and grinned like a child who had just found a new secret hiding spot. The weight of the world and all of your previous worries seemed to melt away, even just a little bit. This was going to be a fun 3 months, you could already tell. I don't know, but earlier we learned this whimsical, magical world has Christianity. Oh, you're right, huh? You're right. What if they just say it? They don't mean it, they just say it. It's just a turn of phrase. Uh, Unpacking could wait for tomorrow. For now, you unzipped your suitcase and pulled out your pajamas, then got changed and settled into bed. The sheets were crisp and white, the pillows fluffed, and the gentle atmosphere of Willowmist slowly began to help you drift off to sleep. As you laid there, surrounded by the scent of linen not your own, you swore for a moment you could feel someone watching you, it's the fairy. But then you fell into a deep sleep, none the wiser. Not freaking out at all. Oh, cute. Tuesday, 2nd. When your eyes fluttered open the next morning, a small amount of panic settled into your stomach. This wasn't your apartment. Oh, cute pajamas! Look at her! Oh my gosh! I love the purple. Anyway. Right. Willowmist. Aunt's place. Not back home anymore. That'll probably take a bit of getting used to. You looked out the window, where you could see sunlight cascading in from between the outstretched arms of trees. It still looked to be early, which was good. You wanted a chance to look around the store before Florian got back. Maybe you'd even be able to impress him. That seemed like a big maybe. You weren't sure, but he seemed like the difficult-to-impress type of guy. Well, you did like a challenge. You quickly dressed, then raided the kitchen for breakfast, which you found half-stocked with food. Your aunt left some fresh vegetables and fruits, and a few microwavable meals. They'd have to do for now. You'd find the grocery store another day. Hopefully. With a pear half-eaten in your hand, you made your way back downstairs. This arrow is so big. The store had a different vibe during the day. It seemed almost whimsical, like the collection of some peculiar witch who had decided a hoard of lampshades was better than hers. You once again walked between the tables, noting that despite the clutter, everything was dust-free. Florian wasn't lying about the cleaning at the very least. Oh my gosh, this looks so cool! Walking up to the counter, you noticed a distinct lack of technology. There was no computer or electronic cash register there, only an old till that seemed to be an antique itself. All of the accounts looked to be handwritten in a journal that sat upright in a bookstand next to it. Either your aunt had a fantastic accountant or was committing tax fraud. Or maybe both. Still, the lack of anything electronic didn't surprise you. Since you were a child, she always wrote you letters rather than email or text. She was a little old school, but that didn't bother you. If anything, receiving a handwritten letter was exciting to you. You didn't know anyone else growing up who got letters. Except for people getting bills, but no one liked those letters. You understood that greatly now. Standing behind the counter and looking out towards the shop, you felt an overwhelming sense of purpose. This was your aunt's treasure, and she was leaving it to you. Well, for a few months, but that was just besides the point. Alongside that sense of purpose was a small yet persistent reminder of just how insane this was. Dropping everything to move to a town you'd never even visited because of an aunt you hadn't seen since childhood? It was the most exciting choice of your life. You needed something like this, a chance to get to know who you really were. It was a knock at the door that pulled you out of your introspection. A very neat, crisp knock, if a knock could be crisp and neat. You could see a tall shadow on the other side of the door, but no details apart from that. Florian? You opened the door wide, curiously peering at the stranger on the other side, who looked you up and down, looked at his watch, then shook his head and walked past you and into the store. Who are you? Well, I hope you're not about to tell me that you're Florian. That will make last night very strange for me. Oh no, I need to give this guy a voice. Florian? No, I am not Mr. Westbrook. I apologize if that disappoints. The mystery man puts down his briefcase on the counter, then began pulling out paperwork and pens from within it. Okay, so Florian's last name is Westbrook. Okay. Not sure I've ever met a man that's actually used a briefcase before. I kinda dig it. I suppose I'll just have to wonder endlessly who exactly you are then? I do appreciate a mystery as much as the next person, but... Right. It would be unlike Ms. Marigold to leave you with any kind of instructions. He quickly pulled out a business card out of his pocket. Emmett Finch, independent accountant at Finch Advisory. Uh-huh. You know someone's important when their name is a part of the business. Maybe we ought to rebrand the store to the Willowmist Emporium. Emmett, and you must be Icor. I'll admit, I have heard very little of you, so we're starting out on equal footing. In short, I am your aunt's financial partner, her accountant, and now, by extension, yours for the time being. We have a lot to discuss regarding accounts, cash flow, and taxes. Such exciting topics for a Tuesday morning. You watched as he pushed up his glasses, then nodded. Any time is the perfect time to talk numbers. I appreciate working with someone like-minded in that regard. What experience do you have running a business? Oh, he's a nerd. Oh no, he's a nerd with a pink streak in his hair. Honestly, if I'm gonna be honest with you, absolutely none. Absolutely none? None. Zilch. Zero. Yes, I do know what none means. Understood. It seems my role will be a little more hands-on than in previous months. I will bill Miss Marigold for the extra time we need to get you up to speed. That sounds expensive. All the good things in life are. Quietly, you watch him shuffle through his paperwork before pulling out one specific sheet of paper. I'll be frank with you. Miss Marigold's accounts are dire. Despite my protests, she makes little effort to remedy that fact. Sometimes I wonder whether she truly desires to own a business or not. Perhaps with you around, we'll see some change. Perhaps we won't. Time will tell. Wow, thanks for the overwhelming support. With you on my side, I know I'm gonna knock it out of the park. I wonder if he doesn't know what sarcasm is. Oh, I know he does. I am supporting you. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here. I'm just not in the habit of giving false promises. At the very least, we will aim for Ms. Marigold to not return to bankruptcy. Sounds like a plan to me. I stopped by to have you sign a few forms. Though only temporary, I like to keep my affairs in order. Sign here, please. One by one, you signed each and every form Emmett handed to you. And boy, were there a lot of forms. Great. My hand's starting to ache. Stay strong, Icor. You can do this. I wonder what this guy's deal is anyway. He must be a local, right? Maybe this would be a good chance to try and make a friend. While you're here, can I ask you a few questions? Be my guest. I have a little extra time before my next appointment. Are you a local? Yeah, let's get to know the town. Do you live in Willowmist? Yes, my practice is located close to here. You'll find my address on the business card I gave you. Have you always lived here, or have I happened upon another wayward wanderer like myself? I formed my practice here, yes. I mean you personally, not your practice. I don't see that it makes any difference. Oh, okay, I get to choose all the options. Okay, sweet. How long have you been working with my aunt? It's been He digs through his briefcase, nodding as his eyes scan the various documents. A year now, give or take a few weeks. How has it been? Satisfactory. Ms. Marigold has had her accounts sorted, and I have been paid, so I believe that counts as a success. And how has she been to work with? Why do you ask? I haven't seen my aunt since I was a child. I was just wondering what she's like these days. She is fine enough to work with. Very, very memorable. That's all I'll say on the matter. Is there much fun to be had around town? Apart from doing taxes, that is. That depends on what you find fun. If you mean theme parks and musicals, then you're out of luck. Oh, no musicals? Boo! If you enjoy hiking, dining, or live music, then there is plenty of that. I'm down to try new things. I wish you all the luck trying them on your own time. Emma looked down at his watch before setting his eyes on the door. I'll stop by in a few days to go over paying your bills and keeping the lights on. Until then, keep your accounting in the journal at the counter, and I will assist it when I return. I'll try my best. Apologies if they're not quite up to standard, but I'll have Florian here to help me. Hopefully. Actually, are there any good breakfast places around here? My aunt left a few things, but I'd kill for a nice breakfast while I'm waiting. There's quite a few decent establishments. Well, are you hungry? We could grab a bite and have a mini tour of the town, if you're up for it. You killed it, Aiko. There's no way you can turn you down now. Oh, Emma adjusted his glasses again, his expression impassive. Oh no! Unfortunately, I'll have to pass. I'm paid for doing accounting, not for eating breakfast and tours. Have a good day, Ms. Marigold. Just like that, he gathered his briefcase and walked out the front door, the chiming bells the only reminder he was there in the first place. It's so cold. Aren't people from the countryside meant to be super welcoming? Meeting Florian then Emmett seems a little harsh. Huh? He spun back around to the doorway after hearing the bells, but found no one there. Strange. With a shrug, you found yourself turning back towards the store. It would still be a few hours until Florian turned up, so you decided you might as well familiarize yourself with the items around the store while you waited. Okie dokie. Mysterious guest. You were surprised to find that a couple of hours barely scratched the surface when it came to inspecting the show floor. There was just so much stuff. And forget the amount of stuff, absolutely nothing had a price on it. Even digging through the paperwork at the counter, you couldn't find any notes about inventory or pricing. You were massaging your temples in stress when you heard the door chimes ringing again. Hi. Wow, he really doesn't want to get sunburnt. He's got the hat and the mask on, but he's got his sleeves rolled up. Florian. Buddy. Okay, sure, whatever, you do you. You know what's best. Cool. Also, big fan of the purple hair. I like the getup. Thanks. I don't like the sun. I can see that much. Did you manage to get some sleep? I guess. Are you gonna ask me how I slept? If I have to. And if I say you did? How did you sleep? You couldn't sound less interested. Funny that. Well, I'll pretend like you actually care then. Surprisingly, I slept really well. The bed was super comfortable. How fascinating. I'm happy for you. Really. With a sigh, you watched Florian drop his satchel bag at the counter before removing his various mismatched accessories. Muth, hi. Wait, don't know how long I'll say. Oh, good. Have a great show. Thank you. What do you think of Florian? He's cute. I've given him a British accent. I don't suppose you worked out how to run the place while I was gone? Do you really think my aunt would make it so easy? She never does. Fine, I'll explain. But I'm only going to do this once. If you don't pay attention, I'm not repeating myself. Smash. Yeah. What if I say please? I'll ignore you. Pretty please? I'll ignore you even more. We buy things for cheap, then sell them for more. That's pretty much the gist of it. And? And what? That's all you're gonna tell me? What else is there to tell you? That's how it works. I know how stores run, Florian. Then why am I bothering to explain it to you? You gotta give me more details than that, or I'll run this place into the ground. Guess I do need this job. Fine. Buy stuff, sell it for more. Also, keep it clean, or no one will want to come in. Right now, we're pretty much out of rubbish to sell, minus a few things I put behind the counter. What? I thought you were going to listen to me. How can we nearly be out of things to sell? There's stuff everywhere. You watched him as he looked around the room, then shrugged. They're just your aunt's decorations. All of that is decoration? I guess. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just help out. That's crazy. How does anyone know what's for sale and what's decoration? I don't know. Fine, it's all just for looks. I can deal with that. How much do I sell things for then? Whatever you want to sell them for. How would I know? I'm not an antique salesman. You better become one quick then if you don't want to go broke. God, what have I gotten myself into? A mess. I wouldn't take on your job if my life depended on it. Just keep track of how much you buy Just keep track of how much you buy shit for in that journal on the counter. You should probably be able to eyeball how much things are worth, but you'll get better as you go. Probably. You can probably just adjust the price later if shit's not selling. Doesn't really matter. Let me see what we've got then. Checking behind the counter, you notice a handful of small knickknacks. They weren't much compared to the rest of your aunt's decorations, but they'd have to do. Alright, well, now what? You're the boss. I like the sound of that. Are you going to call me Boss Icor? If I really have to talk to you, I'll probably just call you Icor. Wow, if you have to talk to me? He just shrugged. Fine, it's probably for the best anyway. You wouldn't want all this power to go to my head. He shrugged again, then found a broom and began to sweep up the already clean floor. There were already a few people hanging around outside, like they're waiting to talk to you or something. You're not a celebrity, are you? That's the last thing I could be bothered with. Last time I checked, my Twitter account had 35 followers, and most of them were bots. Real! Check out my Twitter account if you want. It is public, most of the followers are bots, but like, I do post a thing every now and then, whenever I'm live, whatnot. It is icor_cruise. Yay! Probably not a celebrity then. Probably not, no. You walked towards the door, then flipped over the sign to open. Outside, the afternoon sunlight fluttered down like liquid gold, hitting the cobblestone just right. The trees swayed gently? Oh my gosh. The trees swayed gently in the light breeze, and the cool air carried a faint scent of pine and distant baking from a kitchen unseen. I want to check out this town. What the heck? It sounds so nice. You breathed in deeply of that air for a moment, and it felt like an old friend stopping to visit by. Warm. Comfortable. Hey, Florian? Florian? Huh? Oh, right. Forgot you were there. Wishful thinking, I guess. I'm gonna speak to you so much you won't be able to forget me next time. Great. Have you ever felt like you were being watched around the store, by the way? Watched? You're watching me right now. Does that count? No. I mean, well, it does, but not in this case. I mean, watched when no one else is around. Not really. Not any more than is normal, I guess. There's a normal amount of feeling like you're being watched? In this town? Yeah, probably. Huh. Oh, I was wondering something, by the way. Did you grow up here? Yeah. Never chose to leave town? Nah, nothing out there worth seeing. Have you never felt like being stuck in one place is like being in a cage? He paused at that, actually thinking. I guess the cage is pretty comfortable. I think that's why I came here, really. I wanted to help my aunt, of course, but the winds of change pulled me here. It pulls a lot of people here, I think. Really? Yeah. A lot of people who don't fit in anywhere else. Maybe that's why I'm here, then. I doubt it. Huh? You look like you'd fit in just fine. Oh, he was muttering. You're muttering. Don't worry about it. You got family? Other than your aunt, I mean. My mom, but her and my aunt are a little estranged. They haven't spoken in years, and I have no clue why. Huh. Usually people can't resist her. Oh, she's popular like that? What? No, I didn't mean... Do you have a crush on my aunt, Florian? No! It's not like that. Really. I meant that she has a pull to her. She's annoying and nosy and probing, but she has a way with people. You can't help but get along with her. You seem a lot like her. That sounds like a pretty big compliment, coming from you. What about you, anyway? Does your family live nearby? Oh, look at him blushing. I didn't even notice it. I was so focused on dialogue. Look at him. What a cutie. Maybe. They maybe live nearby? I don't see them anymore. Oh. I'm sorry for prying, then. I pried first. Your eyes found the doorway, where a young girl of perhaps 14 or 15 stood, eyes on you curiously. You're not Granny Sylvie. Hi! Granny? She's not that old, is she? I don't know. She looks pretty old to me. I'm Icor. Granny Sylvie is my aunt. I'm just helping to run the place for a while. The girl studied you, crossing the room with a strange litheness to her movements. Standing before you like that, she leaned in close. Hi, I'm Vienna. Sometimes people call me Vivi. You look very interesting, you know. I like the way your nose joins your face, and your eyebrows are cool. I agree. Well, thanks. I like your eyes. Do you have heterochromia, or are they contacts? They've always been this way, ever since they were. Hey, you sell things, right? Pretty things, cool things? It's my mom's birthday tomorrow. She likes pretty and cool things, since she's pretty and cool. Can I buy something for her here? Why don't you have a look around and see if anything catches your eye? You have eye catchers here? I'll be careful then. Just like that, she left you standing there slightly bewildered, while Florian had made his way away from the commotion. When his eyes met yours, he gave you a thumbs up and mouthed, "Nice nose." Your hand went up to your nose. Really, it was a nice nose. The dialogue is so cute. They write these games so well. You walked behind the counter, then settled onto the stool there while Vienna looked around the store. She examined things very curiously. Her fingers often just hovered over the surface of the object without touching them, as if she were somehow feeling their energy. When she did pick something up, she would turn it around and around in her hands, tilting her head this way and that to see every single angle. Her mismatched eyes narrowed like she was looking at a difficult puzzle when she was really examining a teapot. She held it up to the sunlight, despite the fact that it was opaque, like it would reveal something hidden that no one else had ever noticed. Then she put it back down. Not exactly where it had been, but close enough that you didn't feel the need to correct her. The strangeness of it all brought a smile to her face somehow. After a morning with Emmett and Florian, she was something fresh. You found anything? I can give you some suggestions too, if you tell me a little bit about your mom.
She's really good at finding things. Not just keys or socks, but things you didn't know you lost. Like hope or patience. Yeah, she's good at finding those. Oh, she laughs at colors too. Bright colors. Happy ones. And her hands are always warm.
That's interesting.
I think maybe this.
Oh, a handmade shell necklace. Oh, okay. What did that dialogue say? Can I go back to it? Oh. History. Oh, this is just dialogue? Oh, interesting. Anyway.
Cool. I think she'll like this. She likes shells. They're quiet. I bet it knows how to listen too. Thanks for your help. You're cool.
I barely did anything, but you're welcome. Hey, if you ever need anything else, we'll be here.
Thanks. I think I'll come back again. Maybe on another day when the sun is shining. Or maybe not.
Oh wait, is this inventory and stats? How do I check this? Stats? Charm, smart, like anyway, style. Okay, cool. Inventory. Inventory? Oh, this is stuff that I've just got on me, I guess. Huh. Well, that seashell necklace was $7, so nice. Great. Get home safely, alright? And I hope your mum likes the gift. Vienna waved towards you, then headed out the door with her purchase in her arms. Congrats on your first sale and all that. I hope they're all that exciting. Do you know her? Do I look like I know every single person in town? Honestly, no, you look like someone who would go out of their way to not know everyone in town. I mean, does she stop by the store often? Not that I've noticed. Maybe once or twice, but I don't know. I'm usually in the storeroom. I can tell. You look like you need to get some more sunlight, mister. No thanks. I burn easily. They sell things for that, you know. Sunscreen, aloe vera. Why do you care? And if I said it falling off the hill, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. My aunt told me to look after you. She what? She said you don't get enough sleep too. She should mind her own business. You too. He's pouting. Look at him. Look at his cheek puffed out. You pinch him. Oh my gosh, what a cutie. Yeah, I will. The bell chiming for the second time that afternoon drew you both away from your conversation, and Florian used it as a chance to retreat back into the supposed storeroom. Who is this? Beautiful Sylvie, apple of my eye, belle of my heart, would you do me the greatest honor of... The man before you wore his long, wild hair back in a loose ponytail, and his shirt perhaps one button too far undone, depending on who you asked. He was down on one knee, as if about to serenade you with the world's most beautiful poetry. Who is this guy? Or ask you to marry him. You are not Sylvie, I see, though I can sense her genes a mile away. You must be Icor. You watched him spring to his feet. He was certainly far more sprightly than he looked, and walked forward to put a hand on your shoulder. I have heard so much about you, and even that is not enough. He reached out to shake your hand, his energy contagious. I'm sorry, I'd love to return the favor, but you are... so the lovely owner of this store hasn't yet had the chance to mention me. That sounds just like our Sylvie. Quinn Bakerland, at your service. Occasional poet, but full-time chef. And you and my aunt are... No, you misunderstand. You misunderstand. Is she the most beautiful woman to ever grace this town? Yes, of course. Does my heart become a flutter when she walks into the room? Certainly, without a doubt. Do I near fall to my knees each time she speaks my name? That should be obvious. Where was I? Your relationship to my aunt? Right. Yes, we are dear friends. Right. Friends. Well, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Bakerland. Please call me Quinn. Family to Sylvie is family to me. Quinn, then. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but my aunt is actually out of town for the next few months. I'm just here to help while she's away. My heart shatters into a million pieces once more. But that is hardly your fault. I should not ruin such a momentous occasion. I have never met any of Sylvie's family. You must be very special indeed. To be honest, I haven't seen her since I was tiny. I guess it's special that we're close despite that. From the way she speaks of you, she thinks of you incredibly highly. What did you want my aunt to have the honor of, then? This is most fortuitous. There is no one that could take our lovely Sylvie's place but you, of course. Are you fond of fine meals, beautiful atmospheres, and live music? Yes, and yes. Divine! I have a restaurant just off the main street. I have just created a new dish. I call it my Crimson Risotto. Roasted beets, rich vegetable broth, a swirl of cream, and topped off with mushrooms. My mouth salivates at the thought. Please, would you do me the honor of sampling my new dish? Who am I to turn down a meal? Delightful! But I need some time to prepare. Tomorrow night I will astonish you with the finest food in Willowmist or beyond. And before I forget, welcome to town, Icor. There's no other place like it. You'll be calling it home before you even realize it. Thanks, Gwyn. I appreciate the warm welcome. And warmer it will get once you taste my cooking. I must depart immediately to prepare. Please, await tomorrow evening with as much anticipation as you would give your birthday. With the heartiest laugh you've ever heard, Quinn left the store with a grin that nearly went from ear to ear. I love that guy's energy. Oh my gosh. Wow. The soft near-evening sunlight drifted through the doorway as he left. Pulling out your phone, you noted the time. 5:03 p.m. Shit! You scrambled to pull up your text, where you could see nearly a dozen left by your mother to the tune of, "Did you arrive safely?" and, "Oh my god, you're dead!" Sorry, Mom. I'm here, I'm alive, I just got caught up in everything, I'm totally fine. Icor! Dear Lord above, you nearly gave me a heart attack. I was this close to getting on a train there myself. Maybe I should have waited a little longer to text then. Not funny. I know. Really, I'm sorry. I'm just glad you're okay, my baby. Totally okay. Met a few new people already, and everyone, well, mostly everyone, is super friendly. The town is beautiful, Mom. You'd love it. Lots of beautiful scenery to paint. I think. Honestly, I've barely left the store yet, lol. You know I haven't painted in years. maybe you just like the right muse. Anyway, I need to close up the store now. Alright. Text me if anything happens, okay? Yes, Mom. I love you. You flipped the sign on the door over to closed as Florian re-entered the room. You missed all the fun saying hold up in that storeroom. I don't really care. I prefer it that way. So antisocial. Well, I guess I can understand in a way. Well, you do you. I'm gonna go upstairs and start unpacking. You don't have to stick around all night, you know? It's fine. I start late, then I stay late. Why not just start earlier then? I just prefer it this way. It's quieter. Well, alright. I don't mind, really. You get home safely, okay? Sure, maybe. What do you mean, maybe? Bro! Leaving Florian back to his work, you headed upstairs. Oh my gosh. Piece by piece, you unpacked your belongings slowly. It wouldn't do you any good to spend the next 3 months living out of your suitcase. If you're going to live here, you're going to do it right. Still, you felt almost reluctant to disturb the quiet rhythm of the room at first. Your aunt had turned this space into a home, and gradually you were adding to it, making it become something more. Hopefully, something better. Each item you pulled from your suitcase, a soft sweater for the winter here, a stack of well-worn books there, found its place amongst your aunt's belongings, like thread woven into someone else's fabric. A framed photo of your aunt, much younger and standing in front of the store, sat nestled beside a ceramic teacup, its handle chipped but cherished. You placed your own picture frame carefully next to it, unsure if it would fit. It somehow felt right, like a new memory slipping into an old album. You pulled out more of your treasures, a glass vial of sea glass you collected with your mom, a well-worn notebook that smelled faintly of ink, and your laptop, which you placed on the desk. As you slid your clothes into the chest of drawers, you noticed that the sun had long since settled over the horizon. Packing had seemed so quick. Unpacking was another beast entirely. You found your way over to the window, your hands full with a pair of tall pink glasses you'd been given all the way back on your 18th birthday, then lingered there, feeling the cool night breeze wash over your skin. The soft glow of the full moon was already casting its silvery light through your room, and in the distance you could see the mountains that loomed like gentle giants, their peaks softened by a veil of mist that curled around them in dreamlike patterns. Here and there you can see faint trails of smoke rising from chimneys, fading lazily into the sky. But mostly, everything outside was still. You turned away from the window, suddenly feeling that familiar feeling of being watched again. And in the corner of your room, you saw it. Oh. Something. A person, perhaps, floating a foot off the ground, head tilted to the side as if it were too heavy to carry, staring at you with wide eyes. What in the ever-loving hell is... Your time is near. You can't hide from me any longer. The pair of glasses in your hand instantly fell from your grip, smashing on the wooden floor. Shards went in every direction. Ah, shit! Your eyes snapped back up in search of the person, but found the space she had occupied now empty. Am I not getting enough sleep or something? You knelt down, inspecting the damage. One glass had survived, luckily, so you collected that quickly and put it aside. The other one hadn't fared so well, though it was mostly in large pieces. Grimacing, you slowly picked up and disposed of each piece. Ouch! And just your luck, the final one was the one that cut you. You quickly disposed of it, then cleaned your wound, but couldn't find a first aid kit anywhere in the room. Maybe there's one downstairs, in the storeroom. Oh no. Florian, are you still here? I could kinda use your help if you are. What is it? I'm not paid to help you with personal stuff, you know. He walked out from the storeroom, arms crossed. Something really weird just happened. I swear I saw someone in my room. She spoke to me. Then I kind of dropped a glass and got a cut. It's not that bad, but I could use a band-aid if we have any. All the color dropped out of Florian's face in a moment. He stared at you with wide, open eyes, mouth open slightly, yet no words escaped. No. You're... It's not that bad, is it? He almost looked like he was going to be sick as he charged out of the front door, leaving you staring out towards him in disbelief. Wait, Florian? A tiny drop of blood dripped to the ground. I guess I'll find it myself. It didn't take you long to find the first aid kit. Your aunt had decided to forego the usual plastic box with a cross on it, and instead had picked out an old wooden chest. It was a little scuffed and weathered, with brass hinges that creaked when you opened it, but it was very much fully stocked. You found bandages in all sizes, neatly rolled gauze, and adhesive strips in patterns ranging from plain beige to princesses and knights. You also noticed a few other, slightly more eccentric additions. A small vial of silver dust, labeled "For Curses", a flask of dark red liquid, labeled "Emergency F Only", a broken mirror, which you made sure not to touch, with a note attached that read, "For illusions or lies". There was also more of what you had expected to see: herbs, powders, and other natural remedies. Your aunt was into all that kind of stuff, after all. You pulled out a plaster and quickly stuck it to your hand, but fortunately, the bleeding had already stopped. It wasn't much worse than a scratch, luckily. I'm not looking for a ghost. Florian? You opened the door and poked your head out, searching the mostly darkened streets for Florian's figure. No matter where you looked, though, you couldn't see him. It seemed he didn't just step outside. He was gone. I didn't mean to upset him. I'll have to apologize tomorrow. Giving up for the night, you headed back upstairs and into your room, then settled into bed. Just like that, you fell asleep, surrounded once again by the unfamiliar scent of the store. Oh, creepy, oh. Wednesday the 3rd. Or the third day, Wednesday. Who the... Your eyes shot open to the sound of someone banging on the door downstairs. With bleary sight, you looked towards your phone. 6:04 a.m. Not Florian, then. I'm getting up. The banging on the door continued. It got louder the closer you became. Stranger, too, because it sounded less like someone's fist and more like a hunk of metal. Alright, give me a second. I think we're gonna need a glass of water, because if it is who I'm thinking it is, I am going to need to hydrate. Thank goodness my water bottle was just behind me. Hold on. Woo, hydration. Love it. Alright. I'm coming. I don't need to break down the door. Hey. My liege, I humbly kneel before you as both protector and servant. From this day forth, my life is yours to command. I, Dame Lucille del Rosario of the Order of the Crown, do hereby swear an oath upon my honour and my blade. No harm shall come to you while I draw breath. Your enemies shall be mine, your struggles mine to shoulder. What the hell? The mysterious knight lifted her head, looking directly towards you. You thought. It was hard to tell with the whole helmet thing going on. Even if it shall cost me my life, I shall stand by your side. I ask for nothing in return but the chance to serve a worthy cause. By my oath, I shall be your steadfast shield and your loyal sword. Huh? Honor and stuff is great, but at 6 in the morning? Honor and servitude know no time limit, my liege. The suit of armor rises, straightening out to stand taller than you. I think I might still be a little confused. I understand trust does not come easily. Please, rest easy, my liege, for I shall prove myself worthy of your trust. Okay, hold on a second. First of all, please just call me Icor. I'm afraid I cannot, my liege, for that would be improper. Please? If you wish, then I will make it so. Icor. Thank God. Keep calling me my liege and it's gonna awaken something in me. Okay, good. Now, what's with the whole get-up? Get-up? The armor? My deepest apologies. It was not my intent to arrive here underdressed. I beg your forgiveness. What do you mean underdressed? You're in a suit. You're in a full suit of armor. This set is hardly more than ceremonial. Lady Sylvie gifted it to me as a gesture of goodwill, and I wear it with pride. Alas, it is ill-suited for the trials of battle. A fine display, to be sure, yet lacking the weight and reinforcement required of true combat gear. Lady Sylvie deemed my true armor too imposing for daily wear. Intimidating, I believe she said. Rest assured, should the need for battle arise, I shall be ready. The armor gifted by Lady Sylvie may shine with splendor, but my true steel lies close at hand, prepared to serve. You know my aunt? One moment. The knight tilted her head slightly, then reached up to pull the helmet free from her head. For a moment her face was obscured by the shadow of the morning light, but then she shook her head. Wow, she's pretty. You watched in amazement as waist-long hair tumbled free in soft waves, brushing over the polished shoulders of her armor, framing a serene, resolute face. Should I give her a different voice? Does this suit her? Let's go back up a little. Where is it where she introduced herself? She talks a lot as well. Dame Lucille de Rosario. Okay, so this is the voice I have been using. Maybe Dame Lucille del Rosario. Dame Lucille del Rosario. Rosario of the Order of the Crown, do hereby swear an oath upon my honor and my blade. Okay, maybe up there is, because there have been a lot of mass characters so far that... Oh, okay. One moment. A serene, resolute face. There we go. Her eyes met yours, clear and steady. Holy shit. Where did all that hair come from? I feel like there's so much to unpack here. Please forgive that dramatic display, Icor. Helmets do little to flatter, but duty requires practicality, even at the cost of appearance. To answer your previous question, before making your acquaintance, I was in service to Lady Sylvie. With your arrival, it passes on to you. Do not fret, I will not stand in your way. You will hardly know I am here, But while you are in this town, I will protect you and this store with my life. I'm not totally sure that will be necessary, but thank you? I am but a humble servant. Your thanks is kind, though unnecessary. You watch as Lucille, now helmetless, takes her place beside the doorway, sword strapped to her hip. I must also beg your forgiveness for not having been present upon your arrival. I have had troubles with one of the contraptions in my place of living, what Lady Sylvie calls my apartment. A contraption? Yes, a magical device that produces water as if from thin air. I believe a curse was put on it, and water began to flood as far as the eye could see. Fortunately, a sorcerer removed the curse, and now it works as intended. Does she mean her sink broke? So, okay. You work with my aunt, but your sink broke yesterday, so you couldn't come to greet me. That is correct, indeed. So, you live nearby? Yes, though I am not originally from this town. Oh, me neither. We have something in common. I hail from the kingdom of Valand, which was once present in these lands. Never mind. I see that you are still in your night clothes. Do you require help in dressing? Huh? Are you offering to undress me right now? I believe that getting dressed requires one to first be undressed, yes. You need not question my intentions. They are entirely pure. I only wish to serve. It's too early for this. I think I'll be okay. I'll go get dressed and come back in a minute. Please, take all the time you need, my Icor. I will guard the store in your absence. Lucille took her helmet back from where she had put it aside, then slid it back into place. There's someone claiming to be a knight, standing in my store, and for some reason, I feel like the strange one right now. You headed back upstairs. Slipping off your pajamas, you shook your head. You'd never met a knight before. You were beginning to feel like maybe this was all one long extended dream. To be honest, I kinda dig it though. I did want things to be different, right? Can't get any more different than a knight waking you up at 6 in the morning and pledging allegiance to you. Oh my gosh. Lucille stood by the door, posture perfect. She almost looked like one of the antiques on display. How's keeping the order going? Well, Icor, no one intruded on your establishment while you were absent. I remain vigilant. Thanks, Lucille. Keep up the good work. I guess I'll just get to it. Let's see, what to do today? Okay. Oh, okay. So here we get to actual gameplay. How pricing works. Each item in your inventory has a hidden value range. Your job is to pick a price within that range. At first, pricing might feel like guesswork, but you'll get better as you go. Item quality. Items come in different quality levels. Poor, normal, good, or perfect. Higher quality items fetch higher prices. That makes sense. Smart skills help you estimate prices more accurately. When your smarts are low, you'll only have a rough idea of what something is worth. As your smarts increase, your valuation gets sharper, making it easier to spot a good deal and avoid overpricing. Set adjusted prices before each shift, see how customers respond to your prices, learn from the results and adjust for next time. Okay. Alright, so let's man the counter. Man the counter, clean the store. Drag, drop items to your schedule, floor your nut place. Alright. If I clean the store in the morning, Because Florian's not here and I'll man the counter in the afternoon. That sounds about right, right? Spend a couple hours cleaning the store. By the end of it, you're happy with your efforts. Cleanliness increased. Yay. The door chimes as someone clad in protective gear once again entered the store. You look down at your watch. 11:58 a.m. Perfect time for a break. Morning. Sir Florian, one can hardly call it morning any longer. Do the morning sun's rays offend you so grievously that you cannot bring yourself to join us until they have waned? Lucille crossed her arms, the distinct sound of metal scraping against metal. She looked menacing like that, with her helmet still on. Florian just shrugged. It didn't seem he found her menacing at all. Yeah, nice to see you too. I don't know why you're acting all surprised. I've always started in the afternoon. Looking at them both, covered from head to toe. A knight rises with the dawn, ready to meet the day's challenges head on. Yet you appear content to let half the battle pass you by. I'll leave the night shift for the night, if that's all right. Lucille placed her hands on her hips, tilting her helmet-covered head slightly as if considering him. Do you not feel some obligation to lend your strength to the morning's labours? The store requires diligence at all hours, not merely those convenient to you. Lucky, oh my gosh, no, I lost his accent, hon. Lucky you're here then. I don't do mornings. If Sylvie doesn't care, I don't know why you do. Oh no, I think he's getting too British. I don't know why you do. Very well. If your current arrangement serves the store well, I shall not press further. But do consider that your efforts, no matter the hour, reflect your honour and dedication to this establishment. I don't think mopping floors is all that honourable, but sure, whatever. I feel like he's turning Australian. No, I don't think mopping floors is all that honourable, but sure, whatever. Honour comes with every job, Sir Florian. Whether one wields a blade or arranges wares, it is the spirit in which the task is performed that matters most. Do carry on then, but know that the dawn is a most inspiring sight, should you ever choose to witness it. Yeah, I know. Oh no, I lost his accent! Florian, help! Where are we? No, I can't go back any further than that. No, Lucille's taken over! Hold on. Yeah, I know. Maybe one day. Good. I trust we shall work together most admirably today. When Lucille went back to standing by the door, you used the opportunity to catch Florian by the wrist and pull him aside. Florian, he pulled his wrist away from you, eyes on the ground. Ah, right. I forgot about last night. We'll cross that bridge when I've dealt with the elephant in the room. I'm guessing you've met Lucille before? Hard not to, seeing as she's always here. Oh, doing Lucille and Florian's voices back to back is... Oh, no. Maybe you can explain to me why there's someone in a full suit of armor in our store then? Please? Trust me, that's not her full suit of armor. You should have seen her when she first turned up. Sylvie hired her a few months back. My aunt did? Yeah, that's what she does. Takes in strays. We really don't need an armored guard for an antique store, but she got the job anyway. I guess it gives her something to do. Why does she think she's a knight? Because she is one, apparently. I don't know. She looks like a knight to me. How could she be a knight? She has a sword. Is that the only requirement for knighthood? Okay, fine. She has a sword. Can't argue with that. Listen, about last night, Florian looked back down to the ground again, avoiding eye contact for a few moments, before sighing and looking back to you. I'm scared of blood. Huh? That's all it was. I was surprised. Sorry. You should have said something. I wasn't trying to scare you. No, forget that. I apologize. I should have dealt with it myself. Come here. Florian grabbed you by the wrist. Sorry, I'm trying not to sound too, like... He's just really cute. Florian grabbed you by the wrist. It was a light touch. He was careful not to hurt you as he pulled you towards the counter. Then he left you for a moment, before returning with the same first aid kit you used yesterday. Have you procured an injury, Sir Florian? Shall I fetch a physician? No, I've got it handled. I'm fine, Florian. It's a tiny cut. I already fixed it up. You're supposed to change it twice a day. I am? So it heals properly. Huh. I didn't know that. Guess I'll just sit down. He dug through the wooden box, pulling out some antiseptic and a new bandage. You really don't need to... I should be able to do this much. I have to. Sylvie said I should do shit like this. At that, you shut your mouth. Florian looked so serious in that moment, like this was about more than just a band-aid. He sat you down on the edge of the counter, then peeled away your old bandage after putting on a pair of disposable gloves. Florian grimaced, almost putting up his nose at the sight of your cut, which really wasn't too bad at all. Luckily, it also didn't hurt. You sat there quietly as he performed his tasks like a ritual, putting the antiseptic on your cut, which stung like a bitch, then covering it again with an adhesive bandage. Thanks, Florian. It's not a big deal. Then why does it feel like one? I really did see someone in my room last night. Whoever she was, she disappeared when I broke my glass. Well, I don't know. Maybe the place is haunted. You think? Or maybe you just imagined it. Anyway, I gotta get to work. Right. Yeah, work. Thanks again, Florian. So cute. Oh no, it sounds like Karen. Can't you check out the back? Oh no, it's a guy. Can't you check out the back? I'm really sorry, sir, but we don't stock anything that is an antique. There's probably a store around town that has... There isn't! This is the last place I've got left to check. You really don't have it? I might have an old flip phone or something upstairs, but new phone models? No, I'm afraid not. This is ridiculous. How do you not stock phones? What is this, the Stone Age? This is an antique store. God, what did I do to deserve this? Once again, this is an antique store. We're not a regular store, and we don't carry new products. Inventory. Oh, this is how I put prices on the things. Vintage stuffed rabbit. Between $2 to $35. Let's price it somewhere in the middle at 15. Plate common between 6 to 87. You stare, it stares back. It looks kind of haunted. I'm gonna put this at between 6 to 87. Let's pop it at, but it's common and normal. Let's put it, I'm thinking between 40 and 50, so let's go 45. Christmas Marvel's brooch, normal common between 2 to 43. It's a brooch. Brooch? How do you pronounce that? Brooch? Little more than the rabbit. Let's make this about $20. I think that's good. Alright. Anyway. Where are we? Once again, it's an antique store. We're known to break a store. We don't carry new products. Typical. These small towns and their old people's shops. Can't even get a proper phone here. At that moment, you heard the sound of metal grating against metal, and in the blink of an eye, a silver sword was placed between you and the customer. Hey, watch where you're waving that thing, woman. It's a sword, not a toy. This blade was forged in the fires of war. I am well aware that it is no toy. Now, you may either apologize, or you may leave. Fine, sorry. Jesus. He grumbled and turned on his heel, leaving the shop with all the haste of a man threatened with a real sword. Thanks, Lucille. It is my pleasure. Should you require aid, you need only ask, Icor. She gave a smile and sheathed her sword with ease. I was hoping he'd get the hint without having a sword pointed at him. Oh well. Some people require a firmer hand to understand the importance of manners. Is there usually many customers like that? Nay, the majority are very courteous and polite. Lady Sylvie would say that a great deal of trouble came from passing tourists. However, they are few and far between. Tourists, huh? He did seem to be passing through. Aye, the inhabitants of this town are a good sort, and would never speak ill of the store. Everyone likes Aunt Sylvie, huh? Indeed, she is the best of us, and then some. Hey, Lucille? Thank you, really. I know it's your job, but my sword is yours. Your enemies are mine. If there is but one thing you can depend on in this life, it is that. Oh, she's so dependable. She bowed her head and left to continue her patrol. Around the store? Oh my gosh. What a cutie. Did we make any profit today? No, we did not. Well, no one was really looking for any of these, I guess, so... You get seated behind the counter ready for today's customers. Oh, okay, there we go. Quinn, you are taking over the store wonderfully in my lovely Sylvie's absence, Icor. Welcome! Vintage stuffed rabbit is giving me inspiration for a new dish. My price 15, quality normal, not paid, projected worth around 2 to 35. What say you to the humble sum of $10? Can I counter offer and say 12? How about 11? Wonderful, I shall buy it. Inspiration already stirs within me. Probably not haunted. Nice. Sold vintage stuffed rabbit for $11. I feel like I could have done a bit more. Maybe I should have gone 20. Parting is such sweet sorrow, but I shall sweeten it with the anticipation of my return. I'll see you next time. The customer leaves the store. You saw one customer today, but no one else is going now. Alright. I feel like... As the sun crested the horizon and day slowly began to turn into night, you turned your open sign to close. Also, just want to say, I really like the layout of that. That was cute. That was cute. Whew, another day down. It was pretty busy today, huh? Yeah, I guess. Some days are like that. Other days, we're just twiddling our thumbs until we can go home. Frankly, that's more like what I was expecting. I thought an antique store in the countryside wouldn't have a lot of activity. Would an antique store in the city have any more activity? Maybe. Antiques and thrifting and stuff are pretty popular these days. Huh, I always thought it was only old people who liked antiques. What, you don't like them? Looks like a load of junk to me. Junk? You should not say such things, Sir Florian. I really wish you'd just call me Florian. Lady Sylvie has spent her lifetime curating this collection of fascinating oddities. It would do you well to hold your tongue if it only spits distaste. Oddities is one word for all of this crap. I mean, you do you, but is there a reason you work here if you don't care about the store? I care about the store and the owner. I don't care about the antiquities. About the antiques. Your aunt helped me through some shit. Gave me this job when I had nowhere else to go. I appreciate that. Doesn't mean I have to be into used lampshades and rusty axes. I guess that makes sense. Speaking of it being busy, though, how do I go about finding more things to sell? We'll run out soon enough, unless I start pillaging the decorations. I don't know, go steal from someone's trash can? Do I look like a raccoon to you? Do you really want me to answer that? He's smirking, he's cheeky. I do not think you look like a raccoon, Icor. Mayhaps you have qualities similar to a red panda. Your red coat is divine. Thanks, Lucille. I'm glad someone here appreciates me. Your aunt had a few different avenues for her junk, I think. I don't really know the specifics. She does have an attic filled with it, though. You can pick through that. Might find something. Or you might find nothing. That seems more likely. Oh, an attic? Yeah, Sylvie's been meaning to sort it out for ages. If you get injured trying to work through the mess, it won't be my problem, though. I can dig out the key and show you tomorrow. Thanks, that sounds great. At that moment, your stomach let out a low grumble. Oh, right. Do you guys know Quinn? The chef guy? Yeah, I guess. You couldn't sound less interested. Florian rubbed at the back of his neck, looking away. He's nice or whatever. We just don't get along. I don't know. I guess we're too different of people or something. Sir Quinn is an excellent cook who makes feasts fit for royalty. Lady Sylvie did well in seeking his companionship. Companionship? Interesting. He invited me to his restaurant to try a new recipe tonight. I nearly forgot about it. Have fun with that. Oh, not even a little bit interested? I'm not hungry. I've got work to do anyway. What, sweeping the floors you've been sweeping all day? It'll be fun. For you, maybe. Anyway, bye. Have fun or whatever. At that, Florian left the room. Lucille? I would be honored, Icor. In truth, I had already considered offering to accompany you, should you require a guardian for the evening. It is only fitting that I ensure your safety, even over a meal. It's just dinner. I don't think I need a guard. Just a friend, if that's all right with you. A knight's duty is not bound by circumstance. Whether it be a dinner or a battle, I would gladly be your shield. But a friend. Indeed, I would enjoy the company. She's so cute! Look at her blush! Oh my gosh! Perfect! I still haven't managed to take a look around town, so having a guide will save me from getting too lost. Sir Florian has not offered to show you around the settlement? Truly? Well, then please, allow me to escort you through the town and show you its finest landmarks. No harm shall come to you while I am by your side. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's make a whole night of it. A night of it? I meant... Sure, a night of it. Cute! The town of Willowmist glowed softly under the moon as you and Lucille stepped out onto the main street. The air was cool and fresh, carrying the faintest hint of blooming jasmine and the earthy scent of the forest just beyond the town's edge. Somewhere a distant clock chimed the hour, its tones mellow and unhurried. You couldn't help but think that time seemed to feel slower here. There really was no need to rush, was there? It is a brilliant night for a stroll. Though the weather has begun to cool off, remnants of autumn still remain. Leaves crunched under both of your footfalls pleasantly, singing farewell to their passing season. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm yawned. What? So, Lucille, how long have you lived in Willowmist?
I believe it has been around 3 months now, give or take.
Wow, that's very recent. What brought you to town?
It is a long and peculiar tale, Icor, one I am not certain you will believe. But if you wish to hear it, I shall tell it true.
This must be related to why she thinks she's a knight. I'd be happy to hear it.
Very well. 3 months ago, I was not in Willowmist. In fact, I was not in this world at all. At least, not as it is now. I hail from a long time past, an age of kings and castles, of honor and oaths sworn beneath banners fluttering in the wind.
You stared at her, still trying to gauge whether she was pulling your leg or not. But Lucille looked completely and utterly serious.
I was engaged in a most dire battle when the world itself seemed to shift beneath me. One moment I stood upon the battlefield, the next I woke amidst the unfamiliar sights and sounds of this town.
I like to think I'm easygoing, but time travel is a lot to take in.
I understand your doubt, and yet I have no reason to deceive you. This armor, these weapons, even my manner of speech, all relics of an age long forgotten. Surely you have noticed their antiquity.
You're being serious, aren't you?
I swear it upon my honor. When I arrived, I had no knowledge of this place or this time. The world I knew was gone, replaced by one of strange machines and customs.
She can't seriously be telling the truth, right? A potential ghost in the store, sure. A time-traveling knight? But I guess she really doesn't have a reason to lie to me. I'll just go along with it for now. That's kinda nuts, you know?
Indeed, it is kinda nuts.
How'd you manage to adjust? That must have been, a lot of change.
With great difficulty, I assure you. Your aunt was the first to show me kindness. She took me in, clothed me, and taught me the ways of this new world. Were it not for her, I might have been lost entirely. For reasons I cannot explain, I feel as though I was meant to be here. Perhaps fate has a purpose for me still.
Damn, that's one way to think about it.
You're strong, you know that? Stronger than me. I wish I could go with the flow that easily. I am a knight, Icor. Adaptation and perseverance, or as you put it, going with the flow, are the very essence of survival. I have pledged my service to you not only out of duty, but because in this unfamiliar land you have given me purpose, and for that I am grateful. Why do you think you are not strong, Icor? I see no reason to doubt yourself so. Strength is not measured solely by the swing of a blade or the weight of one's armor. It lies in the choices we make, the burdens we carry, and the resolve to continue forward when the path is uncertain.
I suppose so. When did you become a knight, Lucille?
I was 7 when I was sent to the local lord's castle to begin my training.
7? That's so young.
I'm 26 now. I feel like I've done nothing with my life, in fear that I would choose wrong. So much time has passed by me. I've seen friends start families, get married, climb the career ladder. But I'm still the same as I was 8 years ago. Is that why you chose to come to Willowmist? It felt like something I could do.
a choice I could make. So, I guess so. When I began my training as a squire, a trainer once said to me that there is no shame in fear, only surrendering to it. Your path forward may be unclear at times, Icor, but it is there all the same. Time spent on the journey is no waste. Well, ooh, what's the heart? Should I do the heart? That was... Bah, 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 bah. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. You know, when something kind of comes up and you're like, wow, that's something that I really needed to hear at that moment. That's how I'm feeling right now. Let's see, let's try this hard option. That's... Thanks, Lucille. You really know how to charm someone, you know that? Charm? You honor me with your words. I merely speak from the heart. If it brings you some degree of comfort, then that is well. See, you're still doing it. The way you speak is so... romantic. Romantic? I'm not sure how to explain it. You're just so effortlessly charming. I fear as I have never thought of myself as charming. From a young age, my instructors considered me too harsh of tongue. You? There's no way we're talking about the same Lucille. I only strive to be honest and sincere in my words and actions. Though, if my manner of speaking pleases you, then I can consider it... Though, if my manner of speaking pleases you, then I consider it a gift I am glad to share. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Ah, Lucille. Oh my gosh. Man. 5 minutes with you and even someone with a stone heart would fall in love. Fall for me? Surely you jest. I am merely a knight, unaccustomed to such notions of romance. My duty is to protect and serve, not to inspire affection. Well, consider me inspired. You watched as Lucille blinked a few times in surprise, her usual steady composure faltering for just a moment. Your words are most gracious, Icor. You have my thanks. Ah, I fear I've spoken too much and nearly forgot the purpose of our excursion. This way. Allow me to introduce you to the fine establishments of Willowmist. The two of you, side by side, continued onwards through the town center. As you passed a brightly lit building, Lucille gestured towards it. Behold, the farmer's market. It is most curious. It is found indoors. In my day, one would venture to an open square at dawn, yet the bounty of the land is neatly contained beneath a roof. I must admit it lacks the charm of market stalls, but the convenience is notable. It is open nearly no matter the hour. Ah, a grocery store? Yes, I believe that is what Lady Sylvie referred to it as. Further along, Lucille slowed her steps in front of a small clothing store, its mannequins posed in stylish outfits, many of which were winter coats. It would start to get cold soon, wouldn't it? Sorry, whoa. Maybe I should stop soon. We'll get to day 4. And here we have the local tailor. Their wares may lack the intricate embroidery of royal finery, but they seem practical and well made. If you have need of garments for the winter, I would advise you pay a visit. Maybe we could take a look together sometime. I would be honored, Aiko. She led you onward, pausing briefly outside a plain brick building with a glowing green cross above its entrance. An apothecary, though I have yet to have need of their services. The potions they prepare must be whoa, I can't read anymore either. Wow. The potions they prepare must be potent. Most potent in this age with all the modern tools at their disposal. I'm not sure they use potions exactly, but medicine has probably come a long way. I can only imagine. I pray we do not have to find out anytime soon. Yeah, let's try to stay healthy for the next few months at least, alright? You have my word. Ah, across the way. Lucille nodded to a squat building with darkened windows. The local woodwright's workshop is just over yonder. His craftsmanship is impressive, worthy of a noble commission, even. But? It is nothing in particular. The master crafter simply gives me a certain sense of unease I cannot place. I do not doubt his skill, but there is certainly something about him that seems unnatural. However, in this town, that is not such a strange thing. I'll keep that in mind if we ever run into each other. You humble me by taking heed of my words. My thanks. Now, Sir Quinn's dining establishment is just ahead. Ooh, oh, my jaw clicked. Whoa. Ooh, cute. It's got a little bar. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. What the heck, Quinn? The atmosphere of the night seemed to change as you stepped into the Silver Oak. You were surprised to find it mostly outdoors, but that surprise was certainly not disappointment. Strings of twinkling lights crisscrossed overhead, casting a soft golden glow that danced off the tables and the cheerful faces gathered around them. The air was rich with the mouth-watering aroma of sizzling meats, freshly baked bread, and the faint sweetness of roasted vegetables. Every now and then, the scent of herbs and wood smoke wafted past, carried on the gentle evening breeze. Plates of food and frothy pints of beer made their way to tables, the clinking of glasses mingling with bursts of laughter and lively chatter. Someone at a table in the corner strummed a guitar. Can we see their face? Oh, never mind. You came! Of course. How could I turn down the best chef in town? I brought a friend. I hope that's all right. The more the merrier when it comes to food, eh? Please, I reserved a table just for you. Sit, sit. Before you could even place a hand on your chair to pull it out, Lucille had already done it. Allow me to do that for you. Ah, you are so well-mannered, Lucille. The world would be a better place if we had more people like you. I only help where I can, Sir Quinn. And so humble, too. Please, sit and enjoy the atmosphere. Deliciousness awaits. I've made him so flamboyant. Oh my gosh. You sat down, and Lucille adjusted your chair for you, before crossing over to sit on the opposite side of her table. Her armor made a slight scraping sound, but you were impressed at how silent it was overall. Oh, sorry. Pardon, yawn. Your aunt did really well picking that out. What'd she manage to get armor like that anyway? I swear, there's so much I don't know about her. Maybe I'll get to ask when she comes back home. It's only 3 months away after all. Oh! Oh my gosh! Hey! Oh wow! I wasn't expecting that. Hi. Hi, Lucille. Wow, the art's so pretty. Oh my gosh. You seem deep in thought, Aiko. Oh, my bad. I was just thinking about my aunt. A fair topic to be consumed by. Your aunt is a wonderful woman. I'm almost jealous of you and Florian, you know? Jealous? You two honestly know her better than I do. All we know each other from is letters. And even now, I haven't seen her in, 21 years? That is indeed a long time to go without seeing one's family. Yet, you cannot deny the bond you shared through your letters. A connection nurtured by words alone is no less meaningful. Yeah, but it's different, isn't it? I know her as my quirky aunt from the countryside who likes herbs and crystals. This town, you really know her. Everyone I've spoken to seems to look up to her. She is the best of Willowmist. I do not think it an exaggeration to say that this town would not flourish as it does without her. Big shoes to fill. You needn't fill her shoes. Only bring your own. Lucille leaned back in her chair, eyes flickering away from you. Nevertheless, I understand the weight of the time lost. Probably better than anyone. I'm sorry. There is no need to apologize. Time, though it may slip through our fingers, grants us the moments we have now, and it is what we choose to do with those moments that truly matters. Though I need not remind you, Lady Sylvie did not ask Florian or I to attend to her most prized possession while she was absent. She asked you. In truth, it is part of the reason I have so quickly trusted in you. Lady Sylvie herself believes in you. She could have left me some instructions if she believed in me so much. Forget talking about me anyway. I'm more interested in knowing about your knightness. Do you truly find it so interesting? I do. I trust that she can use the sword. Is that heavy? It seems like a lot to walk around in at all hours of the day. For one not accustomed to such a weight, perhaps. But I have borne this weight since my youth. It feels as natural to me as the air I breathe. She glanced down at her polished armor, her expression thoughtful. Truthfully, this set is quite light compared to the one I wore when I first arrived in Willowmist. That armor was forged for battle, with heavy plating and chainmail beneath. And it carried far more than its own weight. Every dent and scratch held a memory of the field, or of my training. So this must be like casual wear to you, huh? In a sense, yes. I find it reassuring, in a way. Wearing it reminds me of who I am, no matter how strange this time may seem. I don't think I could even stand upright in something like that, let alone move around so gracefully. Grace comes with time and practice, my friend, though I suspect you would carry it well, should you ever wish to try. And is that sword real? The blade I carry? Indeed, it is the same one I used in the battles of my youth. Oh, it's almost about time for bed. Oh my goodness. My throat is going through it as well, so hopefully we'll get through the dinner, we'll get to day 4, then we'll leave it. Youth hardly sounds like the right word. You look so young. Your words are most gracious, though I assure you, my youth has long since passed. Were it up to my mother, and had I not chosen the path of a knight, I would have married many years ago. She often reminded me that a sword makes a poor companion, though I suspect she underestimated how loyal a blade can be. It's nice to know that despite the year, mothers are just like that. Your mother also wishes for you to marry? Probably. I think it has more to do with wanting grandchildren than wanting me to get married. But anyway, about that sword. You can really use it? Like, use it? I assure you, my training has not gone to waste. This blade has seen me through many trials, and though I pray it will not be necessary in this time, I am prepared to wield it should the need arise. Okay, I don't think I'll need you to stab anyone, but I do appreciate the offer. I will endeavor not to stab anyone in your presence. Maybe just not at all. At that, she cracked a smile. I carry a sword not as an act of aggression, but a promise of protection. I would never harm another who was not deserving of it. I could hardly be called a knight otherwise. You're making me want to see you swing that thing. I bet it'd be real cool. Perhaps one day, should the need arise, I shall demonstrate. Until then, rest assured that my skill remains sharp. I'm sorry, but I've got to ask. Knights can get married? Indeed, though there are some limitations. We may not marry commoners, nor people of higher status, unless arranged by our lords. I guess I just thought knights had to, stay single. Like monks or something. Not at all. While some knights do choose to forego marriage in favor of their duties, it is not a requirement. We are permitted to wed, provided the union aligns with the expectations of our station. So, what happens if you fall for someone who doesn't meet the rules? Then one must choose between desire or duty. It is not an easy decision, but a knight's honor lies in loyalty to their vows. How complicated. Here I thought modern dating was difficult. Such is the life of a knight. But I would not trade it for anything. Honor and duty are the cornerstones of my existence, and to stray from them would be to betray myself. So, does that mean you've never, fallen for someone? Lucille's composure faltered for the briefest moment, her cheeks coloring faintly beneath her confident demeanor. No. I have always prioritized my duties above such matters. There was little time to entertain the notion of romance. Okay, so the heart is for... Okay. Did you ever regret it? Regret is a strong word. I do not regret taking up my oaths, no. I believe this is the correct path for me. Even without romance, I have experienced the love of camaraderie, loyalty, and shared purpose. Those bonds are no less valuable to me. Perhaps, if I were to truly think on it, there are pangs of regret in some regards. I saw many a friend who grew up in my village find love and start families. Many even with whirlwind romances straight out of fiction. But no, I would not have changed my path thus far. Oh my gosh, cute. Bon appetit! Dinner is served. Shall I save it here, actually? This has been a lot. It seems to be able to save at whatever point, which is nice. It has been 2 hours. I think we'll end it here for the night. Oh my gosh. Ooh, stretch. Oh. Huh. That was a lot of voice acting and live reading for someone that doesn't do it too often. I gotta practice. Alright. So I think we're finishing it here for tonight. think we've made some good progress so far. We got to the basics of the gameplay. We've made a good few of the characters. Even romanced Lucille a little bit, but we'll see where that goes. I'm so intrigued though. We still need to meet Ghost Girlie. And I think the blacksmith is another one that we gotta check out. But maybe we'll cover that in the next stream. For the time being, I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you to everyone who joined in for a bit. I hope you enjoyed. I'm looking forward to continuing this game because it's been really cute so far. And the writing is fantastic. Big fan. Shouts out to 2.5. Oh my gosh, my brain stopped working. Hold on. What's the dev's name? Oh my gosh. This is so bad. 2.5 Studios? Yeah, 2.5 Studios. Shout out to those guys. This is a good fun. I like it. Alright, well that'll be it for the night. Have a good day, evening, night, wherever you are. Time zone. Have a good time zone. Take care. Bye-bye.